Community Top Griefs.
Week 38, we start off with Pie in this big time two-piece. Chief of Grief with the corner one zombie.
There is a soul survivor!
King Derpy goes one-on-one with Lusk. Sweating with some very clean knife work. Porous with his first of many griefs on the Dark Knight. Spongy Ragdoll putting the knuckles all over Paperboy. Squinty Red Eyes with the quick reactions. Skull with back-to-back one zombies. Lips puts the grief on what's left of ZGS. Mangler with the relentless one zombie. Trill returns with this brutal grief. Shell puts the prone grief on Goons Lurkin. That guy dashboarded me back in the day. Everlast gives Stair Block a door block. Mangler with the smooth YY. Chief of Grief drops in for a rapid-fire three-piece. King Derpy makes sure Lusk is having a very bad time. Spongy Ragdoll griefs down Batman. Porous with his audition for the next Batman villain. Pie with a brutal Jug 1 zombie. Sweating with the head stomp from the top rope. Squinty Red Eyes griefs this guy down, then slides by for the max ammo. Skull teaches Paperboy the effects of fall damage. Chief of Grief with the YY two-piece. Mangler can't miss as he sends this guy back to the start screen.
3 more must.
Shell with another prone grief on goons lurking. Lips doing some sidebar and handing out lessons. Trill with the one zombie right in front of a Gontus. Skull jams up this fake account. Pie with a brutal two-piece on Jaquan and Dar. Shell with absolute dedication to griefing this guy down. If you forgot about Porous griefing Batman, here's another one. Spongy Ragdoll makes more escapes than a broke Houdini. Everlast knifes down Taken Joy. Speaking of escapes, Chief of Grief manages to outplay all 3 of his opponents. Lips with an unfortunate one zombie for Porous. Squincy Red Eyes sends Shady to the afterlife. Skull glides in for the grief. Trill outplays Rowdy Scissors. Here's Porous bringing more shame to Bruce Wayne's family. Pie gets himself a collateral. Lips makes Locke feel like a young man again. Mangler with the clean knife grief. Chief of Grief with an insane two-piece. Spongy Ragdoll doesn't want to wait for Knuckles. Lips wrecks this guy. Sweating one zombie's Rhino, and then he griefs the other two guys while teabagging him. Everlast waits for his moment and gets the Warden grief. Lips with another sidebar assault. Porous with more vigilante justice. Squinty Red Eyes with the one zombie for Troggy Troy. Airtight Doc with the clean prone block. Spongy Ragdoll imposes his will for the two zombie. Chief of Grief with an intense two-piece. Porous with even more griefs on Batman. Shell one zombie's the Doctor, allowing coronavirus to spread throughout Black Ops 2. Lips with a grief in the pit. And to end this week's episode, Porous continues some IP booter justice on Batman. This week's funny clip, Paperboy kills himself with his own grenade. As always, if you think you got something better and you're COVID-19 negative, send your clips into Top Griefs.